Shalom. My name is Liz McGee, and I am a Torah teacher with the Elect Life Ministries. And I am here with another inconvenient truth for Ephraim. Ephraim is the biblical name for Christianity. If you're wondering where, we are in the Bible, that's what we are. I have a lot of teachings on this, and there's much. Well, there is all of the scripture needed to back this up. But either way, let's talk today about the covenant. The covenant at Sinai. This is a huge misconception within Christianity. I can't do it in a little soundbite, but what I do have to give you is the word, right? So it's a fundamental principle in the Torah. It's said 24 times in the Old Testament. Yeshua was an Old Testament teacher. That's all he had to work with. So that's his total knowledge base. And my point here is that it is not a new covenant that we've been grafted into or something that Yeshua started. It was, for us, it was a renewed covenant. We're getting grafted back in to the same covenant that was at Sinai. And this is the point, because what are we taught? God does not change. Let me give it to you 24 times. I'm only going to give you 10, but let's go. Exodus 27:21. That this is, and we're all talk about the covenant, the law, the ordinances, the statutes, the sum total body of knowledge that Moshe received at Sinai for the people of Israel. All right, so just so we got our context right, it says this is a permanent law for the people of Israel, not for the Jews, not for Judah. It says for the people of Israel. This Exodus 28:43. This is a permanent law for Aaron and all his descendants after him. All is a very important word. Leviticus 3:17, about you will never eat any fat or blood. And this is actually a proof text perfect. It says this is a permanent law for you, and it must be observed from generation to generation wherever you live. Listen, people, when Paul had at the Jerusalem Council, when they called him in and asked for his testimonies, you're among the Gentiles, you're preaching to them to come in. And so what should we do? Because they're coming. And they came up with 4 basic, these are large bucket lists, but things that the Gentiles were supposed to observe. And one of them was not to eat blood. All right. So why would they say that unless they knew it was a part of the everlasting covenant? It's proof positive, people. Well, we got to just think. All right. Let's just go to Genesis 17:7 with the covenant with Abraham. Abraham is the father of all those that believe since the flood. Okay. Now it says that this covenant is at Sinai. The whole Testament testifies to this. Okay. Now the New Testament, remember, I would say, is just the Old Testament revealed. So it's not changed, it's revealed. So the point is we are being grafted back in to the same covenant, the covenant of Sinai. For us, it is a renewed covenant. Ephraim, Christian, you're just renewing your commitment to the covenant because you're part of the ancestors, you're part of the seed, you're part of the offspring of the people that were there. All right, which is called all Israel. So it says that I will establish my covenant as an everlasting covenant between me and you and your descendants after you, to be your God and the God of your descendants after you. Couldn't be clearer language. In Exodus 12:14, it says this is an eternal law for all generations. Deuteronomy 29:28 through 29. 29 verses 28 through 29. It says, but the things revealed belong to us and our children forever. The covenant Sinai was very public. All of them saw it, heard it, witnessed it, understood it, and signed on to it. For them, and it said, and for all of our offspring, it is a binding covenant. Now, Exodus 12:14 says this is a day to remember. Each year, from generation to generation, you must celebrate it as a special festival and this is key, to the Lord. Who is the Lord? Yod He Vav He. That's the banner over us. That is the God of Israel that both the Jews and the Christians worship. And many righteous people do. I understand the not wanting to, well, that's another whole inconvenient truth rabbit trail. In Exodus 12:17, celebrating the festival of unleavened bread. People, even in the millennium, we're going to be celebrating 3 of these festivals. So they're not going away anytime soon. So it says, celebrate this. It says that this is a permanent law for you. Celebrate this day from generation to generation. What did we not understand? What were we missing? How did we miss this? And in Exodus 12:42, it says, because the Lord kept a vigil that night, the night he took them out of Egypt. And he said, this night, this is Passover. I mean, why are we not celebrating Passover every year? Because we're told it is to be observed by all the Israelites for generations, for all the generations to come. Listen, people, the onus is on us. We've had bad teachers. We've had wrong doctrine. It says the very elect will be deceived even in the last days. It's happening. Just like, to me, it's an inconvenient truth. Just get it straight. Adjust your theology and let's move on. We have really bigger fish to fry coming up soon. But this is all part and parcel of the reunification of all Israel. Now, the secondary issue is, well, what part of the law do you keep? What are we supposed? That's a whole issue. And it's very fleshed out and it's very easy to understand. But you cannot understand it if you keep saying that, quote unquote, we're not under the law, because you are in direct contradiction to what the Torah has stated over and over and over. So on that inconvenient truth, digest that one, and we'll be back for some more. It's great. Let's get oil in our lap, which means let's get correct understanding so that when the bridegroom comes, we're not going to miss it. Shalom, shalom. I'll see you in the next video.